Hey, what's poppin'? JinBop here, coming today with Muses Sexton. I don't know too much about this game other than the fact that you're a gravedigger and you have to put eulogies and stuff on top of the graves for the people you bury based on the surroundings around you. I also picked it because the name has the word sex in it. I'm mature. Anyways, this is another Unity game, and I found it on Game Jolt. Let's go ahead and just get into the grave digging. Whoa! I'm in the mountains of somewhere. It looks like I'm either like in the Alps or in the Himalayas or something. Oh wait, no, I see one of those totems over there. Totems are Native American, which means I'm probably in the Rockies or something. God, I don't know my geography very well. A single soul, cursed by time itself, died of love to the rise of a star. 1847 to 2016? Holy shit! That means this guy was 169 years old? 69. What's up with me and sex jokes today? Anyways, let's start digging. Yeah, I'm digging up someone's grave. I don't know if this seems wrong. Ooh, dig! A grave. Here it will be. That didn't really accomplish much. So I feel like I'm supposed to be grabbing something or getting something. Oh, I might need to bury the. Hang on, no. How do I get over there? So I gotta find those coffins and then make graves for. This is kind of a morbid game now that I think about it, but it's a dirty job, but someone's gotta do it. Oh, this is a gallows. Oh. Game is a little darker than I originally anticipated. Alright, well, you know, there's no reason not to do it. Someone's got to do this job. Like I said before, it ain't a pleasant job, but someone's got to do it. Here's a coffin. Alright, can I take the shovel? The shovel looks better than mine. I should probably check the page to see if there's something I'm missing. Okay, so Muses Sexton is a grave-digging freeform poetry game. It was made for an adventure jam. I gotta bury the dead around the snowy landscape. Cool. There's different landmarks around which you can bury the coffins by. First, pick a flat part of the map and dib it up. Once you have the grave dug, you can bring a coffin over to it to bury it. This is my life. This is my job. I'm just gonna bring it. Oh, maybe they're in the wagon. Maybe I brought them down here, and this game is really weird. Oh God. All right, so let's grab a coffin. Oh, all right. I guess you're coming with me. I feel like Gravekeeper Dempsey or Willie or something. What was the gravekeeper's name or gravedigger's name from Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time? Walked around Kakariko Village Cemetery. That guy creeped me out. Oh, here we go. Here we go. In you go. That does not look like it's in all the way, but that's not my problem. That's a very shallow grave you got there, my friend. Stuck. I can't move. I buried the grave again. What do you want me to do? Alright, let's try that again. I think the problem here was I dug too close, or I was doing it too close to the wagon and I got stuck in between them. So let's go ahead and dig something a little further away this time. God, can you imagine how weird it must be wheeling around a giant thing full of coffins with dead people inside them? I would hate to have this as a job. I'll bury you next to this guy. I'll give you some company. Alright, nice and dug. That does not look 6 feet deep, but you know what? Again, not my problem. I'm just doing my job. I don't care how complete I do it. Oh gosh, the walking is so slow. Alright, in you go, buddy. In you go. In you go. There you go. Sorry, friend. Sad life didn't work out for you, but you know, that's just how things are sometimes. Alright, let's look at some landmarks. I see that. I see a tree. Alright, so that's how it works. I gotta get some inspiration from the things around me. Like that. Married him for $1. The sheriff shot. Wait, what? What? Do I get to make up these people's stories? She confessed all sins but one. Let's see. The totem. She spent 8 nights yelling my name. That sounds a little sexual. Wow, this is kind of dark but interesting. So I'm at 2 lines right now. How many do I need? My life's starting to put an end to hers. Her hanging corpse kept looking at me. I may hang myself after I'm done. Her neck snapped and hushed the town. Damn, this is some dark shit, dude. What? How come I can pick it back up? What? I can take it with me! I'm gonna go ahead and just leave it there. That is not a very good job. This is quite possibly the worst grave dug ever. Ever. Alright, let's just carry on. Let's go this way. Come on, go this way. God, this wagon turns like a, well, wagon, I guess. This is quite possibly like the worst place ever to bury someone, but you know what? Not my problem. Alright, let's get you in there. Next. I just like to think that, you know, I don't want to say I love this job, but I try to keep a positive mindset during this job, you know? I feel like negativity does no one any good. There is really nothing around here to inspire me. Shit! Did I just bury you out in the middle of nowhere where there's nothing inspiring at all? I'm sorry, my friend. You have the lamest burial ever. There's literally nothing I can look at to give me inspiration. I'm just stuck here burying someone in the middle of a field with no real thing to put on their epitaph. Oops. Alright, third time's the charm. Quite clearly, this whole grave digging business is not really my forte. Probably should not be the one digging graves and coming up with poetry. But, you know, I'm trying. I think perseverance is what counts. Let's go ahead and just bury it right at the gate. Why not? Anyone that tries to come through will give them a sharp reminder of what's in store for them. Nothing but the afterlife. Alright, come with me. Oh gosh, you are heavy. So, I don't know where this... I think I'm a Native American grave digger or something. Am I? Because I see like a tanning rack, or it could be like a settler on the frontier. That makes sense because there's like a church tower there. Or something. You know what? I don't get paid to ask questions. I'm here to dig graves and say names. Where he used to hide from Dad. He never dared to leave the town. Piece by piece, we make his story. I don't know what his actual story is, but fuck it. I'm inventing his life for him. I wish this coffin was empty. Rest in pieces, my friend. Man, this is freaky. Can you imagine just being stuck out here in the middle of a field with all these coffins? Oh gosh, alright, next location. Very one by the tanning rack. That looks like a pretty good inspired place to have a body. That way, whenever you're tanning your leather, you get to have company with you. This is kind of morbid. Alright, in you go. Just toss you right in there. Hope you're nice, snug, and comfortable. Alright, inspiration. The tanning rack, of course. This is like the thing that's right next to me. Skinned him like a deer. That's horrible. Wait, did I kill these people? They used to make love on a bear skin. Alright. That's kind of romantic, I guess. A little sad. Is that just a coffin sticking out of the mountain? I might not be the greatest gravedigger, but that guy clearly has some issues he needs to work out. Married for $1, which back then was actually a decent amount, I think. I hid from them in the forest. Yeah. I'm not really sure what that's supposed to mean, but I don't know these people. I don't know anything about their lives or their deaths. I just write stuff on rocks after I put their bodies in the ground. Alright, last time I wandered off in the middle of nowhere, I got stuck in a place where I couldn't actually, like, come up with anything. So I think I'm just gonna stick to this field, because this is where a lot of the inspirations seem to be. It's a very death-inspiring place. I like it. Alright, let's see if we can come up with the most depressing freaking thing ever. I don't know who you are or what your life consisted of, but I'm gonna make it the saddest thing ever. And then I'm gonna throw your body in the ground and forget about you for all of eternity. It's a really weird and difficult game to play while trying to commentate it, because there's a lot of very dark themes to this. Daddy took the blame for him. So he's a child that lost his father, because his father took the blame for something he did. He confessed all sins but one. The truth is that his father wasn't the one responsible. And then, how did he die? His eyes still watched through the keyhole. He was left behind, trapped in the valley. Maybe he was brought out pioneering with his father's friends, and then they found out the truth and left him for dead. That's a pretty tragic tale, right? Whoa. Whoa, what is that? Why did the gates open? Hello? Just a grave digger. Where I used to hide from Dad. I never dared to leave town. I wish my coffin was empty. Oh, shit! Where I used to hide from Dad. I never dared to leave town. I wish my coffin was empty. I wish my coffin was empty. What seems like me? Did I make love on a bear skin? God, I gotta write my own epitaph. When it's for other people, it was so much easier, but now when it comes to me, these are all consisting of all the graves I dig. It's one line for every grave. I made love on a bearskin, why not? I was left behind, trapped in the valley. Wow. Powerful stuff here. Damn. I had to write my own grave, and it just closed. And it opened up my Twitter and told me to tweet this thing. Alright, I'm gonna have it pulled up here just so you guys have something to stare at and it's not just a black screen while I do my outro. But wow, that was really interesting. There's a lot of very interesting visual audio cues, and it's a little darker than I thought it was gonna be. I didn't mean to bring something so dark onto my channel, but damn. Very, very provocative. Interesting. I like it. It's quite artistic. Anyways, if you guys like this video, you guys like Muses Sexton, you guys like this video, bop that like button. Man, I'm like all sad now. But I will see you guys next time.